There's a line in an old country song from the mid 1980s that goes, "She's just dying to do the Texas two step." Well, when was the last time you did the two step? With red imported fire ants. The two step method gives excellent control of the red imported fire ants, especially in larger lawns. Hello, I'm Richard Parrish. I'm the County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service in Leon County. Spring is a good time to begin control of fire ants because this is the time of year when ants are searching for food and starting to build those mounds that make them so much easier to find. The two-step method involves semi-annual broadcast of ant baits followed by treatments of the individual mounds with contact insecticides. When applied properly, the two-step method poses little risk to people or to pets, and the necessary ingredients can be found in most nursery supply or garden centers. Let's take a look at the two-step method for fire ant control. The first step in the two-step method is to broadcast one of the many excellent fire ant baits over your entire lawn. When collected by foraging ants, fire ant bait particles are carried to all colonies in the yard and shared with queens and other fire ants in their underground nests. Spring and fall are particularly good times to apply baits. Once it gets hot and dry, as during our summer months, fire ants become less active and the mounds become less visible as the ants go deeper into the soil. Baits consist of a food combined with a slow-acting insecticide. Baits make efficient use of very small amounts of pesticides because they are delivered into the colony by the ants themselves. Baits can be applied directly to a fire ant mound, but they usually work best when scattered lightly over the entire yard or area to be treated. This controls visible as well as the hidden fire ant mounds. Baits do not kill fire ants overnight, so be patient. Bait products that claim to work fast, usually within 2 to 4 weeks, are usually more expensive. Baits that contain an insect growth regulator usually require 2 to 6 months for control, but they generally do not need to be applied more than once every year or so. You want to make sure and apply baits at the right time. Baits work only when applied while the fire ants are actively searching for food. When applied during this time, the ants will take the baits into their underground nests, usually within a few hours. So, when are fire ants actively searching for food? Fire ants forage when the soil surface temperature is between 70 and 90 degrees. For most of Texas, the best time to apply a fire ant bait is between May and September. In the winter, when soil temperatures are cooler, fire ants may be building mounds, but they forage very, very little. The second step is to directly treat any ant colony that needs immediate control. Applying an insecticide or other treatment directly to a fire ant mound is the fastest way to get rid of most fire ant colonies. Because broadcast bait treatments provide slower control of most of the fire ants in your yard, limit Step 2 treatments to mounds located next to the house foundation, in high traffic areas, or in other sensitive spots where you want fast control. Most contact insecticides applied directly to the mound kill the colony usually within a few days. Treating individual mounds takes more time than does broadcasting baits. However, it may be all you need if your yard only has a few mounds. Make sure to read and follow the label instructions before applying any bait or insecticide to your yard, garden, or pasture. The label will tell you where a product can be used, whether it is for a lawn, a garden, an agricultural production, pasture, or an orchard. Users should always read the pesticide label to be sure the site being treated is listed on the label, and then follow the label instructions. A few words of caution. Do not use gasoline or any other petroleum products to control fire ants. Although they do kill fire ants, they are highly flammable and are dangerous to both the user and to the environment. Always follow label directions on the proper disposal of pesticides. Do not pour pesticide leftovers down the drain, as they are not always easily removed by regular wastewater treatment. And do not leave insecticide granules on the street or the sidewalks after application. Sweep up any excess products so that it does not wash into gutters or storm drains and affects the water table. The two-step method can be an efficient, effective, and safe way to control fire ants for individual home, large property, or entire community. So take the lead and two-step with the fire ants on your property.